So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharon Whiteman, and I'm here every Saturday morning with Diana Hunter and Gary Knapp. And I say this every week, and it's true every week. I love being here with you guys and sharing this information and education and training on everything Manatech, the company, the great company that we have the privilege to partner with. We cover topics on business, earning income with Manatech, on well-being, and also on mission, how we can make a difference in the world. And Manatech covers all those bases, which is near and dear to my heart. We're very, very lucky to have Naomi Joy here today. I know many of you, I'm just scanning who's here live, and I know many people are very familiar with Naomi, but I know we've got lots of new people partnering with us now. So I'll just give you a little of her background. Naomi started building her business with Manatech over a decade ago. Her background was in teaching, and she also had a traditional retail business. Naomi is a mom to 3 beautiful children who are a big reason why she is building this business. Naomi went from struggling to make ends meet and going further into debt to an international business and traveling the world. The products have changed her life as well. One of her favorite things to do is to travel to new destinations and experience the cultures there. Naomi is a multi-award winner, including being, I don't know if I've got this right now, it just keeps growing, 3 times recognized as Business Builder of the Year. As one of Manatech's Australasia's top business success coaches, Naomi is well known for her marketing prowess. In this call, we're going to be honoring Naomi's most recent Business Builder of the Year award. We're going to be talking skill sets for success. And I've been sort of teasing her that she needs to give hints to all you guys so that you can compete with her for that award next year. And we're also going to be expanding on the next practical steps from James Hannon's recent training on powerful lines to connect with people. So if you haven't got that, go back to the archive on YouTube and you can catch up with that. But I know that this will be standalone as well, and you'll gain great benefits. So Naomi, thank you so much for always being willing to be here with us.
Thanks so much for having me on today, and thank you and Gary and Diana for everything that you do for our community, and thanks for Manatech. You know, it's great to see you all on today.
So I know that I want to sit back and take notes on your training, but I also wanted to very sincerely honor you in how many times have you won Business Builder of the Year?
So you caught me out. I think it's actually 4 now. I think
it might be 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, 3 or 4. It's an awesome, awesome accomplishment, and congratulations from all of us. We need, it guides the way for everybody else in the community. So thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
And do you have any hints for anybody who does want to compete with you this year? What does it take to become Business Builder of the Year?
I think for many of us, last year was a little bit tough, and even leading into this year, I got the dreaded thing, earlier in the year. It kind of took me out for a bit, but I think, it was a tough year, and I look back and, a lot of, say, my leaders kind of fell away because they just couldn't handle what was going on. And I really want to congratulate everybody who's here. Like, you should really be proud of where you are and that you are here, because many people couldn't keep up with managing all the emotions of what was going on in our country, as well as building a business. And, I just want to congratulate you. You're here and you're still building your business, still excited about it, still wanting to learn and grow. And I think that's a key part of it is, for me, I'm always digging deep. If I get discouraged and I'm like, oh man, I have to go away. I have to dig deep. I have to connect into something that I'm going to talk to you today a bit more about, into who the vision that I see for my life, for the impact that I want to make for the lives of others, to, that's really where I need to go and connect deep into that. And so how do you do that? It's a sort of like a bit of an airy fairy kind of thing. But you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional. You have to pull yourself away from the world as it is, pull yourself away from social media, listening to anything, and really start to feed yourself. Like, okay, build yourself, like listen to things, read what you can, learn. Like there's something powerful in learning that switches you from where you might have been to where you are, you know, on your journey to growing and to becoming better. And so, you know, put that into your week. If you're not learning something new each week, which is so good that you're here on this call, but think about that through your week. Okay, what's a new skill? How can I learn something new? How can I grow here? And then feeding yourself. And you know, in the darkest times, you know, I had to feed myself even more because so much was going out. You know, and a lot of that was founded in fear. Like I was concerned about my kids, and you know, I was concerned about everything that was going on. And so I had to just keep feeding myself rather than going down into, you know, what might have pulled me back, or, you know, kept me locked into a negative state. I had to keep pulling myself out of that and connect into that vision, because, you know, some could say, oh, you know, everything's going bad, and, you know, and go into that place. Or you can go, okay, how can I make the world better? How can I pull people up to who they can be and help transform their lives? What can I do to impact more people? What can I do to create a legacy, to really make a difference in the world? And so the more that you can go to that place rather than the, you know, poor me, or poor everything that's going on, or the disaster, you know, or even in your business, like, are you not where you want to be? You know, you might have lost some volume, you might have lost some leaders, things might have happened in your business. You can stay in that place, and it's a really yucky place to stay. Or you can go into the place of, well, okay, what can I do now? Or, you know, what can I change? You know, the world is changing so fast, and that's one big thing I want to say. It's changing fast. And so sometimes it can be like, oh, how can I keep up with this world? But, you know, you can, and you can learn. We've all learned new things. We've all you know, developed ourselves. And that's what I love about the Manatee community. You know, you're really wanting to develop yourself. You're here today because you're wanting to develop yourself. And so connect to that even more, and look at your week and think, okay, well, how can I grow even more? What can I learn more? And how can I step out of that comfort zone more? You know, there's some things I do and I just go, oh my gosh, why did I do this? I can't do this. I'm still going to do it, you know, and push myself out. And, you know, it sometimes can be a bit of a flop. That's okay, because it's always a learning experience. But you need to kind of get to that point where it's like, oh, this is super uncomfortable. It doesn't, you know, it's really pushing me past what I feel like I'm capable. The more that you do that, the more that you will, you know, succeed, because it's every step you're kind of building on that next step. And, you know, I look about where I was when I started with Manatee, and I'd been in business before, so I'd had some success, but the person that I was then to where I am now, it's a different person. But it didn't happen overnight. It happened with those gradual steps of pushing a little bit out of the comfort zone. And so if you're in your comfort zone now, think about, okay, what can I do that's pushing myself a little bit out of that comfort zone? I'm not saying go like way in advance, but just that little push. You want to be feeling that little bit of uncomfort, and that's the growth phase.
What awesome advice, Naomi. That's spectacular. So grounded and humble and real and practical. Thank you. So I'm going to go off camera now. I really did want to celebrate your award and acknowledge you publicly with everyone here. And I'll take notes. I'll come back on at the end.
Thank you so much, Sharon.
Thank you.
Okay, today I wanted to go into a little bit deeper to, you know, what James talked about in, that's still sharing. Actually, I'll escape out of that because I don't think that's still sharing. Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit more about that aspirational. I don't think I'm sharing again, so I'll keep in there. See, even I have technical issues. That aspirational identity, and James and I have talked a lot about, you know, what story brand is, and you know, how that's really helped us in our marketing. And so, you know, James talked about the one-liner, or I love that connection line, or whatever Diana said. That was awesome. I love that. So I wanted to take you further into the aspirational identity of our customers or our business associates. So tapping into that human desire that we all have that desire to transform, and how you can connect with that, because this is one piece of the story brand framework that really is sort of like a story arc. It's really, it sort of guides the whole story of your customer. And so the story brand framework, as many of you you know of, and we've talked about that, and you can find this on mystorybrand.com. So if you wanted to go there, you can actually, it's free. You can set up an account. And we have done this for, you know, the business. I've done it on products. I've done it on I've done it on hormones. So I've done it on immune. So you can do it on, you know, even you can pick a product, or you can do it as a whole general thing that it solves. And so, you know, we go through, okay, what does the customer want? What's the problem that they're facing? How to position as a guide, and what do they want? So go there, and there are videos that can help you understand that more. It might be a great team thing that you could do. But this is the part that I'm going to really focus on today, and that's that identity transformation part. You know, what are they actually wanting to become, or sorry, who are they wanting to become? And so I should have done this in Canva, I think. I usually don't, because I was worried that Canva would, you know, go down or something. But, you know, what is the single motivator behind nearly every decision we make? So pop that in the chat. What do you think is the single motivator behind every decision that we make? Just got to find the chat now. I'm having trouble this morning. I do these all the time.
I can read them for you, Naomi.
Oh, yeah,
That's right.
I've got two screens on. That's what's going on. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't usually have two screens going at the same time. Happiness, to be right, make a positive difference, better things, desire. Yeah, those are all important. But the big thing is the need to transform. So when we think about achieve what we want. Yeah, it's that need to transform and to be different and to be better. And so think about that for your customer. Behind the decision to purchase from you is that desire to be better, that desire to transform and to be everything that they can be. People don't buy products, they pay money for better versions of themselves. So, in your marketing, what is that better version? And we're going to go into a little bit more detail into that through this call. Now, for me, I watched the home edit, and, I don't know if anyone's watched the home edit, but, they go into these people's pantries, and they're all a mess, and then they come in and they transform it, and then they feel great, they feel like organized, they feel so good. And so, for yourself, for me personally, I watched that show and I'm like, oh, that's exactly who I want to be. And so I went out and I bought like hundreds of dollars worth of organizational stuff, because I wanted to be that organized person. I felt like I am usually quite organized, but I felt like, oh, my pantry's not looking so great. Things don't look as tidy as they normally are. And so the transformation that I wanted there was being from unorganized to organized and structured. And so, recently I just bought a car. And, this is sort of like I guess it would be an aspirational car. And Manatech has really allowed me to financially secure my future and, obviously buy some nice little things. But, I said to James as I got it, I said, I'm one of those women. And, we had a bit of a laugh because, well, what is it about, who are those women? But for me, it was like when I get into that, I feel, I want to do more. I want to achieve more. I want to, help more people. And so it was a really funny feeling because I've never sort of had that before. And I've never really had, a nice car like that. But it's like, okay, I'm one of those women that drives a nice car and whatever that means. But it is interesting that in the things that we buy, it might be a dress, you buy a dress and you think about, well, how am I going to look in it? How am I going to feel? How is this going to make me feel? Is it going to make me feel pretty? Is it going to make me feel slimmer? What is that? Why do I buy that? And then think about that for your customers. Why would they buy products from you, or, why would an associate or someone want to join your team? The hero in your story. So we've all got a hero. Remember, we're not the hero. Our customers are the hero. So we are the guide to them. They're the hero in the story. And sometimes we make it all about maybe the product or, what the company. But we want to make our marketing about our hero and what it is that they're wanting for their life and the problems that they're having. And James talked about that more a couple of weeks ago. So the hero in your story is designed to transform, and smart brands or businesses obsess over their customers' transformation. The foundation of your story is anchored in where your customer is before they do business with you, and how they will transform after using your products and services. So think about the story that you're bringing to the marketplace. Like what is that story? And you really want to anchor that into, where they are before. And you'll see that in that story brand, that we talk about, okay, well, what are they wanting for their lives? What are the problems that they have now? So that's sort of before. And then we want to move them over to that transformation of, once they've been using our products and services, then who do they become after that? So let's have a think about, in movies, there's always a hero in that movie, and they always start out at a certain place. So we think about Luke Skywalker. Well, he's sort of insecure when he starts out, a loner, and then he turns into this Jedi, this powerful Jedi. Then we have Katniss, and then she's sort of like uncertain and unsure of herself, and she becomes a warrior. And I think about Home Alone, Kevin, he's just like this scared little kid. And then the things that he does, he turns into this brave child that's like, will do all these crazy stuff. And so, it's amazing. And Sarah Connor, who's in the Terminator, and you might not have watched that, I do, because I've got teenage sons. You think about that, she's this waitress, and her life is pretty mundane, nothing very exciting has happened. And then all of a sudden, Arnold Schwarzenegger comes and is like, quick, I've got to save you. And she's like, well, what are you talking about? Who am I? I'm nobody. You've got a mistaken identity. You don't know who I am. I'm just a nobody. I'm a waitress. And she said to him, I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything. Why would someone be out to kill me? Why would he want that? And her future guardian says to her, no, but you will. And that's the transformation that happened to her from this waitress to this heroic woman that's strong and powerful, and it feels like she even grew muscles, but that's that transformation. And so in all your movies, if you think about it, that character generally starts, off on, what they're feeling now, and then they transform into this amazing person. And so we want to tap into that power of story and that power of transformation for our customers and our business associates as they come in. So this is, you can either take a screenshot or, I can get it to Sharon, but think about, okay, before your brand. Now, the more you go deeper into this, the more it's going to really help you with understanding your ideal customer or your ideal associate, and think about, okay, what do they have? So what kind of things do they have in their life? For me, I had an unorganized pantry. My car was a write-off because of all the hailstorm, and I've been riding around in a written off car. I mean, obviously it's still insured, but I can only get that third party. But what do they have now? And then what do they have after they use your products, like after they use Ambritose, after they use Osaline? What do they have? Then what are they feeling? So this is where we really tap in, because a lot of brands, they talk about the benefits of their products. So we understand with what do they have. Okay, they lost weight, or they've increased their muscle mass or increased their body composition. But think about going deeper than just the benefits and going to who are they, what are they feeling? So what are they feeling before? They're feeling uncomfortable. They're, and I don't want to take too much because I'm going to do a little bit of an exercise with you soon. To then what are they feeling after that? Well, they're feeling confident. They're feeling excited. They're feeling like they've done it. And then what is the average day look like? So you can really tap into, okay, what does their day look like? But then what does their day look like after they've used our products? For me, it was my day before I started using Manatech was, couldn't get off the lounge. It was a struggle. I struggled to even cook dinner. I had no energy, and it's just a struggle just to get through the day. And then afterwards, well, I'm running international business, and I'm excited. I get out and exercise, and I can clean the house and enjoy my days now. And then what is their status? Now, this is really interesting. We might not think of Manatech as a luxury brand, but it actually is. If you look at the price tag and if you look at the quality, Manatech is actually a luxury brand. So you think about some other luxury brands and how are they transforming that status as well? So, we're providing the best quality products. So for many people, they've gone from just buying from a supermarket to buying really top quality products. So think about that for your brand. Now, I'm going to actually do a little bit of an exercise with you. So this is where you guys will participate. So lots of chats, please. And I might need somebody to help me out. I don't have my glasses on this morning because they broke. So I apologize, my eyes are trying to focus here. So let's go in. I want to start with the business, because I know for many times we're great with customers, but let's think about the business now, because obviously your aspiration is to be going to Tasmania, and we do need to enroll associates. So let's get really savvy here and think about, well, how can we communicate that to really draw people in? So for the business, write in the chats how people feel, or even how you felt before you started the business. So what was going on for you before you started the business? How were you feeling? And I'll start while you guys are thinking about that. I was shy. Stuck. That's a great word. Stuck. And I'm not a fast timer. Time poor. So how does that make them feel, Gary? How did that make them feel? Let's go into that feeling thing. Overwhelmed. Lost. Ah, yes, lost. No hope. Stressed. Not good enough. Yeah. That's great. And I think that's actually something that really holds people from joining. They don't feel good enough. That was me. I think about, I actually went and went on a website before I started with James, and she was another lady who was in Manatech. And it was like a process that you had to fill out the form. And I felt like, oh, I don't even think I'm good enough. And I never joined with her. But it was interesting that was my thought process, that I wasn't good enough. And I was a businesswoman. I had, I'd had things. I was a teacher. I'd had success. I was a preschool director. Feel down. Yeah, defeated is a great word. So guys, I hope you're writing these down, because when you're marketing, you want to be talking about this. No purpose. Great. Don't know enough. These are all great. Anything else? Sometimes they're unsure, maybe even untrusting. Like, can I, is this legit? Can I, do these really work? That kind of thing. Now, think about that. What do they then want to become? Like, who is that person? Skeptical? Yeah, great. And you can keep going with this if it, like I said, my typing. my now, I'm not a good typer, hopefully getting better. Great, Diana, confident, absolutely. What else? Free. how does that make them feel? Like how does that make them feel? Proud. I love that. Successful. Yes. So you feel, you feel successful, competent. Empowered. I love that, Leanne. Beautiful. Accomplished. Happy. I love that. Great. Let's get into that. Purpose. Let's think more about that. Having an impact. Efficient. Yeah. Great. Peaceful. Nice. Love it. What else, guys? Let's really unpack that. Oh, beautiful. Happy, yeah. Yeah, we got that. Energized. What about people that are, some people get in just for the community. So we think about, well, where were they alone or lonely? And how do they feel? They feel connected. So think about, people get in for lots of different reasons. Let's go further, because I know I got in because I didn't have money. And that kind of made me feel like a bit of a loser. But it could be wealthy. Sometimes we don't think about that side of things, but there are going to be people, out there that are looking to create that wealth or financial security. And how does that make them feel? It makes them feel secure. Anything else that you feel like you want to add there, we can leave that. But look, guys, I would be taking a screenshot or whatever, because this is going to help you in your marketing. Making a difference. Yeah, nice. How does that make you feel? If you're making a difference in the world, how does that make you feel? Think about that. How's that making that person feel? Yeah, satisfied, fulfilled. So great. You guys empowered. Yeah, I love that. So good. Full of life. Yeah. Yeah, correct. Oh, Kelly, awesome. That's so, I love that. Awesome. Okay, you guys have done amazingly. So think about, we've got all of that aspirational identity. Think about that in your marketing. If you're talking to somebody, and this will go into your one-liner as well. But if you're talking to someone, if you're putting a post up on Facebook, you can use any of these and really highlight what that gives you. Like what does being, your own business owner, what does that give you? And highlight this aspirational, because remember, everybody wants to transform. They want to become better. They don't really know how to do it, and they don't really know if they can, but we have that desire to do that. And, if we don't tap into that, then people, they can't see that vision for their life. And I think many people have lost that. They've lost that vision for their life. And, what we can do is empower them to get that vision back for their life and see what's possible. We're really calling them up to who they can be. And I love that in what we do. Now let's go into the products. It could be any of the products, and you might want to kind of do this for a group of products, for example, immune or gut health, but we'll just do the overall products now. So let's go into how are they feeling before they start using your products, before they start using our products? How are they feeling? Sick. Worried, yeah. Scared, yeah. A lot of people are feeling scared. Listless. I should have had someone type for me. Now I've gone into sluggish. Great. Embarrassed. Invisible. Wow. Powerful words, guys. Powerful. Tired. Yeah. Disempowered. Yeah. When you're feeling unwell and you can't, it's not a very nice state to be in. What else, guys? Unmotivated. Yeah. Is there something about useless? Oh, yes. Lost. Yeah. Hopeless. How does the lack of memory make them feel? So think about, how does it, when you can't remember something, or you're foggy, frustrated, yes. Confused. Yeah. Dumb, yeah. It does. It's like, what's wrong with me? What's going on? It's funny, when I got the thing, it's like, it was really hard to think, and I'm still getting that back. But it's like you feel like, oh, what's wrong with me? Like you feel dumb, like you can't get the words out. Stuck. Yeah, many times people feel stuck, and we use that for business, but you can feel stuck in that product area too. So that's great. Okay, so let's go to, how do they feel after they've had the products and they're feeling even just a little bit better? But if they're feeling, oh, light up, wow, love that word, hopeful, beautiful. Energized. Yeah, nice. What else? What are they feeling? Balanced. Yeah, great. Capable. Motivated. Yeah, because you don't feel motivated when you're not empowered, happy. Oh, Gary. Okay. That is a powerful word, especially for men. It's like that really digs in deep. Thanks for bringing that, because I think sometimes women, we think differently. Positive, yeah, hopeful, yeah, because when you're sick, you lose hope. It's like, okay, successful. Stephen, how does that higher memory make them feel? Oh, creative, nice. How does that higher memory make them feel, Stephen? So let's know that. Confident, yeah, nice. Anything else? Oh, yeah, that's the thing. You don't feel normal. It's like, I feel normal. I finally feel normal. Unstoppable, uplifted, yeah. So guys, these are the words that you use when you're talking about your products. You don't talk about, losing weight. You talk about these sorts of things. Excited, purposeful. Yeah, excited. Definitely. I love it, guys. That these are great. So, you know, maybe you could brainstorm a little bit more with your teams, but these are the kind of things, this is the aspiration. They're wanting to feel lighter. They're wanting to feel hopeful. They're wanting to feel energized and motivated, unstoppable. You know, who wouldn't want to feel unstoppable? Like, you know, I can take on the world. I'm excited. I feel purposeful. I'm confident now. I can be creative. You know, these are those powerful words and feelings that we really want to tap into, that connect to our customers or our business associates. So let's go back into the rest of Get Me Back. Where is it? Sorry, guys. Having two screens does not work for me, I've realized. So I was just trying to find things. So you know, we've got that you can go into more depth, but those feelings is really that aspirational. So make sure you when you're thinking about your marketing, to tap into that. Transformation identity is really about identifying the goodness in people, the best of people, and calling them out, calling that out in them. So think about that. You know, you're identifying the goodness in others. Like, hey, I can see that in you, and I want to call you up, and I want to call you that out in you, that best person that you can become. So, you know, and it's such a beautiful way to think about it. Look for that goodness, and they might not have it right there. You know, I was that shy person, struggling. I was struggling, shy and struggling, to confident, and, you know, still, I could probably be a little bit more confident, especially if I'm, you know, speaking in front of big groups of people, but, you know, I'm getting there. And I think that's always a process. And this is what you're saying to them. This is who we believe you are. This is who we believe you can be. This is who I believe you are. I believe you are confident. I believe you are capable. I believe you are unstoppable. Beautiful, Chris. Yeah, it's that encouraging and that pulling people up to who they can be. And so many people are in that space. They're lost, or they're stuck, and they don't know where to go. And this is where you say, I believe you can be empowered. I can believe you can be a world impactor. I believe that you can have a great purpose. You're calling people up. And so think about that with your one-liner, you know, that James went over, or a connection statement. I really like that. I think I'm changing it to that. Talk about the problem first. So, you know, you'll get that. We went through some of those problems. And what you can be known in your marketing is either someone who solves that problem. So get really, you know, be that person that solves that problem. Be known for that person. But more than that, that feeling that happens in the end. Give the solution to the problem. And then this is that happy ending time, and include how they will feel. So that's that aspirational identity. How will they feel? You know, they'll feel unstoppable. They'll feel empowered. They'll feel confident. You know, go tap into that, and your marketing is going to go right up, because you're connecting into, you know, who they see, and you're raising them up to that in life. People want better versions of themselves. So help them transform to their aspirational identity. Remember that in your marketing. People want better versions of themselves. So how can you be part of guiding them on that journey? Because you're the guide. You're going to help them, guide them into that journey, whether it's through using the products, whether it's through starting that business, and you guide them to that better version of themselves. And that's really where, you know, that's the power of marketing, is to be guiding them to transform their lives, to become that better version. So I hope that, you know, you got something out of today, and you know, it really is a powerful way to market, because really it's just about seeing the goodness in people. It's about calling that out in them, you know, and it's not about sales. So when you can get away from that, and I think that's where so many people, oh, I don't really want to, you know, reach out to that person because I don't want to be salesy or something like that. When you think about it, like, I'm seeing the goodness in someone, and I'm helping them rise up to everything that they are created to be, then you're powerful. And it's not about you anymore. Sometimes we make everything about us. Okay, I'm you know, I'm scared. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be rejected, and we make it so much about ourselves. Whereas this is more about them. It's about raising them up. It's about seeing who they can be and raising them up to that place, and calling them out and calling them up. And so think about that when you're reaching out to people. It's not about me, it's about them, and how can I help them get that, you know, become that person that they are destined to be, because we're all destined to do great things. And so think about that when you're marketing, when you're reaching out to people, when you know, start a conversation. It's all about seeing the goodness in them and helping them rise up to who they're created to be. So thank you so much, everybody, for having me on. It's been awesome. And wow, some of the stuff that you guys came up with is I love that, the power of the group to, you know, when we brainstorm, we can come up with some really powerful stuff, and you guys did. So thanks so much for having me.
Boy, the gratitude's all ours, Naomi. What an awesome training, and what it's so uplifting. You can see all the goodness in people, and you know, also our great community that participated so beautifully. So thank you very, very much. Thank you everyone for being here. And I know, make sure you pass this good news on with the recording. I usually get them up by Monday-ish, depending on internet. And remember, next week is Easter, so we'll have no training. So we'll be back in 2 weeks, and I'll email next week with the next speaker. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day, Naomi. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.